again, though, I think puts you in such a unique position because the empathy that you can have with these people just transforms the conversation. And as you're suggesting too, it just gives them a sense of like, okay, I'm alive. I'm going to get through this. It's going to be okay. The thing that I'm curious about is that you're a brilliant man. I can't imagine you know everything about everything. And so when I call this 888 number and I'm like, hey, I've got this issue with FEMA or my insurance, are you giving me some counseling and then giving me other resources, or how are you going about helping me?
Yeah, I do the best I can in terms of helping folks with what I know, right? So even just right before we got on the call, so I was a little late in that. I just had I just had a call that came in, and he was only sort of partially burned, or it wasn't really even burned necessarily, but his neighborhood was burned. His house is okay. But then I tried to counsel him a bit on just smoke damage. It's like, yeah, I know your house didn't burn, like that's great, and he was very informed individual and understood insurance. And I was like, yeah, but just because, like your house is smelling like an ashtray and you want to make sure that not only is the inside clean, but I told him, like, do me a favor. Can you go up into the attic? Because your attic has vents, and then that soot and ash can get in and settle into your insulation, and that insulation might need to be remediated because it might not be safe for other folks to come into your house. So it's even for folks that don't think they have any damage or partially damaged. It's like, this is great, but let me at least try to help you with something like that, because it's just an area of stuff that I know. And then if it's out of my league, like for instance, I don't know the ins and outs of FEMA, as an example, since we just talked about them. And so I would absolutely just direct them to like that field office or that Red Cross field office. There's a lot of great people that are involved on the ground to help. I look at us as like trying to provide a sort of this learning hub of, here's a backbone, a repository of information about this entire process, right?